as I said to the Liverpool fans, and I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans in the chat this morning saying Eric Sevenhag or reveling in it, and you're absolutely right to. Of course you are, because we'd be doing the same things. If we won 7-0 against Liverpool, my goodness me, we'd be rubbing it in, and they're absolutely right to do that. But as I said earlier on during the show, that if I was a Liverpool fan, my fear would be is that this has to count for something, because make no mistake, if it counts for nothing this season, if you don't qualify for the top four or you don't win a trophy, you can have the 7-0, you can have the history, and again, that's great. You can print the t-shirts and do whatever you want to do. But if it means nothing at the end of the season, what would you rather have? And if you're Liverpool, you would say, okay, make sure it means something, because if you were Liverpool and you went and lost your next game, what does it mean? That would be the key thing as well. So, we'll see.
Can you believe this? This is unbelievable. But there's still something to fight for. We can still do it. We're giving ourselves every opportunity to. This is why you never write Liverpool off. Never!
Yeah. Champions League football. Manchester United in the top four. Drink it in, man. Yeah. The thing is, when this happens, when these things happen in life, you don't react immediately. You don't. You wait. You take note. You go, I'll get my pen out. I'll write that one down and I'll save it for later. I'll put it in my back pocket, because that's what you've got to do. It's called receipts. This game's too easy. Why did they do it? Why did they do it? Why? Tell me why. Tell me that. I'm start like Michael Jackson, because it's human nature. That's why. Oh, yes, MJ, it is. Oh, it's just too easy. It's too much. It's too easy. And after all that, you've had your sevens. And you start, and at the time, you guys need humbling. That's what they said. You need humbling. What an arrogant fan base. Oh, as if it was a group of fans saying that they had the greatest team in the world. Last season, they were going to make history. Next season, they're going to be playing in Kazakhstan on a Thursday night again. Wow, not bad for the greatest team ever assembled. It sounds like, oh my, yes. You just have to wait. You just have to wait. If anything, I should play that and then start the Europa League song, shouldn't I? I should start it with... We've never got to hear it again, though. We've never got to hear that again, at least not for another year anyway. Oh, come on. It's just too easy, isn't it? It's too easy. Manchester United 4, Chelsea 1. Manchester United emphatically back in the Champions League, emphatically back where they belong. And you've got to enjoy it. You've got to. What a strange game, by the way. What a strange game, because 4-1, was it a 4-1 game? There were points in the game which you will say, like, if we play like that against Manchester City, we'd be in big trouble at points, certainly. But it doesn't matter, because we got the job done and we scored more goals than I thought we were going to score. Chelsea, by the way, shocking. Absolutely shocking. I mean, at both ends of the pitch as well, must be said. Chelsea scored 1 goal tonight. They could have had like 4. Legitimately, they could have had like 4 goals, but they can't score goals. They can't defend either. They are an absolute shambles of a football team at the moment, but it doesn't matter. I don't care. And that's what I said at the time. You saw it. The evidence is there. When the Liverpool fans were saying 7-0, see, here we go, United again, they're going to collapse. Liverpool, we just took a while to get going. I said, what does it all mean? What does it all count for? At the end of the day, it's just 3 points. And people said, you're just trying to minimize a horrible result. I've seen some backtracking still from Liverpool fans saying they'd rather have the 7-0. than Champions League football. Are you kidding me? They're going, well, seasons will come and go, but 7-0 will live in infamy and history. Come on. Just like those Arsenal fans that say, oh, the Carabao Cup doesn't matter. But if they were to win it, they'd be celebrating as well. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy of the ultimate kind. You are always, this is the full-time view, by the way, guys. Welcome. Settle down. I'm talking to myself as well. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe bottom right-hand corner. As always, guys, UV members will have the opportunity to call in, chat with myself, chat with the UV community. Let me know your thoughts. Let the community know your thoughts on the fact that Manchester United are back in the Champions League. How do you call in, Owen, you ask? Well, it's very, very, very simple. All you have... The sirens are going because I tell you what, my intro was absolutely criminal this evening. All you have to do to call in is go to the community page or the community tab on the YouTube page for United View. The link is there for members only, and you can call in. It's very, very, very easy. Let's have a look at some of the comments as well as people are filing their way in as well. We got a super chat here from Mysterious Rocket. What a name that is. Why is it mysterious? It says Owen's claiming back his VAT. Again, it's very, very simple. Again, when people, and honestly, guys, it's a life lesson, yeah? If anyone ever wrongs you, if anyone gets the better of you at any point in life, again, never, ever, ever react straight away. No, we play the long game here. We wait, and we calm down, and we go, okay, it'll come back around, because just watch Liverpool this season. They'll blow it, and they did eventually. And you've got to believe in your team. You've got to believe in Manchester United. And that's it. That's it. Red Baron says, but people forgive and forget. Well, not me. Not me. I can be a bitter bastard. Okay, Red Baron. Yeah, you've got to. Red Baron says we don't hold grudges as humans. Wow, come on. You've got to. They do. Certainly as well. Let's get some reaction in. Let's go to our first caller of the evening. It's because I've used the L because I've merged evening with Lux Hill. Lux Hill, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good, mate. How are you? I don't know if you could hear me in the background, mate.
I'm very excited. Yeah, I've been waiting for that. I came up with that a while ago. And you just got to sit on it. You've got to sit on these things for a while. I was
bro, you are incredible. Project. You're incredible at receipts, mate. I've got to give you that.
You've got to do. How are you feeling?
Bro, that game was interesting. Like you said, the scoreline, it's quite deceiving in terms of how the game actually went in the first half. I'd say it was 50-50. It wasn't absolutely shocking, but, you know, I was hoping the second half would be better. And it was better. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really weird one because I went in at half-time almost a little bit. Before we scored a second goal, I was almost a little bit upset. I was going, you know what? Chelsea could be like 3 or 4-1 up. Like, they had actual chances. And for like 30 minutes, we started the game all right, but for 30 minutes, we were well off it, like really off it and really poor. And I was thinking, I tell you what, if we play City like this, we're in trouble. We're gonna
yeah.
But then even going in at halftime, it was like, well, we're 2-0 up. But if anything, it says more about Chelsea, doesn't it? About how bad they are.
Mate, for a team that's got so many attackers,
yeah,
they were shocking. They were, mate, like Todd Bowley, yeah. Todd Bowley. Like, for the amount of attacking players he bought, this team has been terrible throughout the whole season. And today was just another example of why they are where they are.
Yeah, it's true. They're just, and also as well, they kind of remind me a little bit of us last season, but way, way worse. You know, like there was a few games towards the end of last season where United were just playing. They were there because of commitments. You know, they were contractually obligated to be there, and they had to play the game. But it didn't matter. We lost to Crystal Palace last day of the season. We might as well have not played. That's what kind of Chelsea are like at the moment. But United, on the other hand, are we still Moments FC? Do you think? Lux Hill. Are we still Moments FC a little bit?
I would say no. And the reason for that being the players that Ten Hag brought in when he, came to United last summer, they changed the way we play. Prior to him getting injured, Lisandro Martinez, he was important to our team. He wasn't just a Moments FC player. Casemiro, he's not a Moments FC player. Ericsson isn't a Moments FC player. Anthony, maybe, with his little fidget spinner vibes, but, it is what it is. But he's still a great player, and I hope he's okay after tonight as well, man.
That's true. You mentioned Casemiro, though, as well. Like, when it matters, this guy shows up. That's what he does. Yeah, when it matters, he shows up. Whether it's scoring goals, whether it's passes, no look passes. How good was he tonight?
He was incredible, and it just goes to show what kind of player he is. He puts in great tackles. He gives great pre-assists, if I can even say that. Like, Casemiro is world class. He's the GOAT, in my opinion, in terms of defensive midfielders. And I'm so happy that we have him, because imagine if we ended up with Rabiot, and obviously Rabiot could still come. I'm not going to say nothing bad about him, but that's who we were looking at before we got Casemiro.
Yeah.
So, and Casemiro, I'm glad he's here, man. Honestly, every game that I see him play, I'm very grateful to have him.
Yeah, me too. What did you think of Bruno this evening? It was all aspects of Bruno tonight, wasn't it? There was a little bit of let's give the ball away, let's be frustrating, then let's piss people off as well. Let's get in people's faces. What did you think of Bruno?
Bruno, he's my favorite player. I'll be honest. I'm not a player of C kind of guy, but Bruno, he's the guy I'm probably gonna get the name of on the back of my shirt for United. Cause I'm trying to get. Don't look at me. I'm not you, bro. I'm not you. So don't at me about getting shirts with names. I know you were gonna do it, bro.
It's a risk. I'm just thinking. Look, my dad this season. I think he's kind of broken the curse because he got 2 and he got Rashford on the back.
Yeah,
he got 30 goals this season, something like that, in all comps. That not bad. He got Martinez, argument for Player of the Year. Not bad, but he broke his metatarsal. There's always a little bit. I mean, with my dad.
Maybe your dad's shirt curse and Flex's judge cancel each other out.
The Flex judge thing, like, by the way, because he gets very angry. Like, guys, it's no. I
know
joke.
He does, and I defend him in the comments, bro. I defend him in the comments.
Yeah, and I feel bad for him because I didn't realize till the latest episode of Raw came out, like, people like literally outside the ground will come up to him and be like, "What did you do? What have you said? Who have you touched? Like, what's going on?"
Mate, and, I'll put the video in my watch later, so I haven't seen it yet, but sounds like it's going to be a funny one.
Honestly, it's worth the watch. Yes, indeed. But to wrap it up, because we've got to get some other callers.
Yeah, of course.
If we play like that, actually, no, forget if we play like that. Do we have a chance of stopping City in the cup final? I mean, look, tonight we didn't play particularly well, but we won 4-1. On our day, we can score goals and we can rise to the challenge. Can we do it?
Believe.
Like it. I like it. One word. Believe. You haven't really said yes or no, but you just said believe.
Yes, I think we can do it. Are we going to do it? That remains to be seen.
Well, let's not end it on a sour note. It worked well there. It was believe we can do it. So we'll leave it there. Lux Hill, pleasure as always. I'll speak to you again, my friend. Let's get in Joe Blackman. Why have you taken the jacket off?
Because I didn't want to get hot again, fam.
I was tuned in to put it back on.
Listen, it's coming. Listen,
yeah,
I'm gonna stick with the theme. Don't worry about it. What's good?
It's your gimmick. It's your gimmick. You've got to stay another day. Look at him. There we go.
Let's go. Play now.
Because it feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas this season.
Because we've won. Hey, listen, we've won. We're in the Champions League, definitely. 3rd or 4th place doesn't really matter now. Yeah. So let's go. On to the next one. And to be fair, you know what? I feel confident about the City match. I actually do.
You feel confident?
I feel confident.
Tell me why.
Why are we scared for? No, listen. like you said, on any given day, we can beat anyone. It's one match, yeah? And we've played City already. You know what I'm really confident about? I'm really confident about Ten Hag playing a team more than once. That's what I'm confident about,
Yes.
yeah?
There's
And
a
I know
pattern there.
City are City. I know City are City, obviously, yeah? But I feel like Ten Hag is the man. He's the manager, yeah, that will... Look, even if we don't win, we'll come close, yeah? Because I believe in Ten Hag. I believe
Coming
in Ten
close
Hag.
isn't
I'm sorry.
enough, though.
I
Coming
know
close
it's not
isn't
enough. I know it's not enough. But you know what? I believe in Ten Hag. I do. I believe in my manager. And that's what I'm saying about the signings. I know you was there last night when I was talking to KG. Yeah. I believe in whatever he wants, bro. Yeah. Whatever he wants. He's my new Fergie. Yeah. The
Even
first season of...
even if that belief is Mason Mount, you're saying you believe in it, no problem.
Listen to me. If that's what the man wants, that's what the man wants. Yeah. I didn't agree with everything Fergie did. I didn't agree with everything Fergie, everybody Fergie bought. But you know what? Some worked out, some didn't. You got to try. It's trial and error at the end of the day. And hopefully, if we get the money that I'm hoping that we get, who knows? Who knows? We can maybe have some space for trial and error. But at the moment, listen, bring in Rabiot if he wants Rabiot. Bring in Mason Mount if he wants Mason Mount. Yeah, bring in Harry Kane if he wants Harry Kane. I don't care what the manager wants. Give it to him because he's only shown me that he can overachieve from with the tools he's already had. Yeah. So
that's true. That's true. Casemiro got man of the match tonight. Would you say that's deserved? Fair?
Oh, come on.
The difference.
There was nobody else on the pitch that deserved that apart from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And I mean, yeah, only Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes close to him, to be fair. There was nobody else, but I'm a big Aaron Wan-Bissaka fan, to be fair.
Yeah, you engage you both. Look, do you know what? The thing is with Wan-Bissaka, look, it's like me and Flex were talking about this the other day that like Ten Hag actually, I think, has a real dilemma on his hand when it comes to the summer because I think he still wants that like right back reinforcement, but there's Wan-Bissaka's in this such strange category because there legitimately aren't a lot of people that can do what he does, which is like he'll play against City in the FA Cup final because he's like, I need someone who I know can lock down Grealish if he plays or Foden if he plays. You can trust him. You can trust him. But going forward,
that's the point. Going forward, look, he's getting much, much better. Come on now. This is the reason I got sin bin so many times from KG show, yeah, because I was saying Aaron Wan-Bissaka will get better. He will get better. Just some coaching is needed. He's not had a real coach the whole time he's been there, is what I said, right? And look at him now, yeah? It only takes time for someone's vision to be implemented as well. Do you know what I mean? It takes time. Look at Arteta now. You can only say his vision's being implemented now, really. Do you know what I mean? That's 3 seasons deep. Yeah. This is Ten Hag's first season, and he's getting so much right. Yeah, he's got more right than he's got wrong. And for me, when the manager comes in, you give him, I don't know how much leeway you give him, but you give him a good amount of leeway for making some mistakes because they have to get to know the team, right? But he's got to know the team quickly. He's found out who he can trust. He's taken out the weeds like Maguire, and I'm gonna say every time I come on the show, Maguire is the one that was definitely the catalyst for our bad behavior, right? And he's weeded that out. Yeah, he's weeded out the bad players.
Did Maguire actually thinking about it? Now that Champions League is sorted, no problem. Game on Sunday is just end of season game, last home game. People walk around the pitch, clap on that kind of stuff. Does Maguire start? And is it Maguire's last game at Old Trafford?
He better be. it better be. Listen, I don't really want to see him again next season. Like, if we get Kim and Jay, why do we need him? What's he doing? If we get rid of Lindelof before Maguire, we're criminal. We're actually criminal. Yeah, there's no way we should get rid of Lindelof before Maguire at all. There's no reason why. Yeah, Lindelof has shown today and the past couple of games how important he is. Important he is to us. If we don't have our front, if we don't have the butcher, Lucha ready, Martinez ready to go. If we don't have him, we need to have someone like Lindelof. And if we can't have Lindelof, we need someone better than Lindelof. Yeah. So there's no going back now. Yeah, we've already said it. Look, he must feel shit today. Sorry. if it's too late to switch.
Say it. It's late. It's 11:15. Say what you want.
And I'm getting hot, so I'm taking this off now. Again. Right, one second.
It's a tough gimmick to keep up. You know what I mean? It's a tough one.
Listen. This is gonna be. I'll keep it on, then I'll take it off. I'll just tell you when I'm getting hot, fam.
Yeah.
But Lindelof, listen. To be honest, I see Maguire as he's been the catalyst for our bad behavior. Yeah. He makes the whole team nervous. Yeah. He's one of those players that is very influential, but in a bad way. Yeah. Since Luch has been gone, you panic about who's going to take his place, but Lindelof has stepped up. Yeah. Now, for me, look, when Maguire comes on, you know the fact that he used to be the captain, right? And when he comes on, the fact that you see the whole attitude of the players change when he steps onto the pitch is a big indicator of the fact that he is not even wanted by his teammates. Yeah. If you ever played on a team, that look on the players' faces when he comes on is a look of worry, because he's one of the last lines of defense before he gets to the goal. Yeah. And if your defender, your captain, is not trusted, what's the point in having him in the team?
Yeah,
he has to leave.
Everyone's played in those teams, haven't they? Everyone's played in that Sunday League team where you've got that player that you go, look,
that one guy, don't bring him on.
Yeah, he's just here because we need numbers. We need numbers. He's just here for
that. Because I'm tired, you can come on, but I'm only off for 5 minutes. Yeah,
you're just going to look. We don't pass to him. He's just on the pitch for numbers. We needed. We made some calls. Who is he? He's like a cousin's friend or something like that. We don't know.
That's my brother from down the road, but he don't play. Yeah. He's a goalkeeper. Put him in goal.
Yeah. He didn't even have football boots. I don't know. We just needed someone. We needed someone. That's what it is. Anyway, look, we're going to have to get some more calls. Pleasure as always, Joe. And I mean, the jacket's probably got to stay. We've got to find a different way. Maybe take some of the padding out or something like that.
I might have to start taking off other layers. Maybe I might just come on with the jacket and topless like a real music video. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nice, next level. If we win the FA Cup, that's
listen. If we win the FA Cup, the FA Cup, I'm coming on your topless with the jacket. Just fur. Sensational.
Joe Blackman, pleasure as always. We got a couple of super chats, I think, here. Mysterious Rocket says, Google generated this for me, and I thought it was cool. I think it's cool as well. Mysterious Rocket. It's a good name. Shunak is also the latest member of the UB Members Club. If you do want to call in and you are a UB member, remember, guys, you can go to the United View channel. It's under the community tab. The link is there. I think it says like full-time view link, something like that. You can click it. You can call in. You can have your say as always. Let's see who else we got here. Charles, how you doing, my friend? What are your thoughts on the performance this evening?
Hello there, Owen.
Hello there, Joe. I mean, I thought I was going to get a copyright strike for a second there, but it's worth it. It's worth it, my friend.
We're finally oh my days. No offense, but that sounds a lot better than the Europa League song.
It does. It does. It does sound a lot better.
Very refreshing.
I tell you what, as well, that just, you know what it is? When you're watching like Champions League games and United aren't involved and you hear the song, you kind of tune it out a little bit. But when you hear it like that honestly, I spoke to my soul a little bit. That
really, it's even hard to watch Champions League games when we're not in it. It's difficult. Honestly, but now
special. And think about it, actually. You've got people like Casemiro standing out tonight. Casemiro, Champions League winner. He's a Champions League player. And did he prove that to you this evening?
He is world class. I know everybody is saying Rodri is the best DM in the league, but Casemiro, how many DMs? I think he has like 15 goals and assists this season.
Yeah, I think it's the most he's ever had or something like that,
How many DMs put up those kind of numbers? I don't even know what to say. I have money on him scoring in the FA Cup final.
How much?
I can see Luke Shaw cross Casemiro, kind of like the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That goal that he scored tonight, it was an Ericsson free kick this time. We've seen that a couple of times, haven't we? Ball in the box, set piece, header, bang. That's it. And we've seen the pass.
Quality player. He's just even the no look pass. Oh my days.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does. Let's move it from Casemiro and say okay, who stood out? He stood out positively. Which players stood out that you thought I'm
Sancho.
needing more? Sancho. What, good or positive? Good or bad?
Good, but I feel like in the beginning of the game he was kind of quiet, kind of doing his whole thing where he goes missing. I wasn't really feeling it. But then, Anthony came off. I hope he's all right, by the way. Like, he looked like his leg was gone. I don't think we're seeing him for the rest of the season. But you move him to the right, and he and Wan-Bissaka, like, they look good. Everything looks nice. Like,
yeah.
But I just want him, like, at the beginning of games, just give me what you're giving me at the end. Like, that link-up play, the quick... I need that in the beginning, not, like, 50, 60 minutes. Because if we do that against City, we might be 3-0 down. And what's the point?
That is true. Was that your worry? Because that was kind of one of mine, was that, we come out of this 4-1. It's a good result. But a better team, a Man City team, if we concede those kind of chances against Man City, we could be, 3-0 down, 4-0 down very quickly.
This was a good result, but it was an awful game. It was like Chelsea. This is Chelsea, they're rubbish. Look at how many chances they created. Like, if this game ended like 7-5, I don't think anyone would really complain. The chances were that clear cut. Like, and it's Chelsea. Imagine what City would do. Imagine Haaland on the end of 5-6 chances. Like, imagine Grealish just having his way on my days. Like, we cannot play like this against City. Bruno, oh God. Last time I was on here, I said Bruno, he needs to step up. Bruno needs to hold bench. Like, moving forward, if we all want to say David De Gea doesn't fit Ten Hag's system, somebody tell me how Bruno fits the system. If you want to use Ajax to judge, there is nobody in Ajax that plays the way Bruno does. The way he loses possession, it is a disgrace. Like, we're all here. We murdered Pogba for losing the ball under those kind of situations. In the defense, nonchalant, trying to do something unnecessary. Bam, we are under pressure. Bam, it's a goal. Bruno is doing that, and we're all just batting an eye. I think KG gave him like a 5/10 on the match rating. How?
He's a difficult one, Bruno, isn't he? Because I understand where you're coming from, in the sense of there are points in the game, and it feels like it always happens at crucial points of the game where he does start giving the ball away. Hollywood Bruno, sloppy in the middle of the pitch, all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, he does create, and scored that penalty. And I like it that he was giving it to Kepa after he took it and all that kind of stuff. And he is a leader. He is a leader. Would you say that? Would you say he's a leader?
Yeah, but he's a leader from the bench. Like, he's the kind of person, like, you bring on 60 minutes, 70 minutes, you piss everyone off, and then you score a goal. He's not the kind of person you start a game with. Like, every difficult game we've had, Bruno looks worse and worse and worse. When they are putting it on us, Bruno never stands up and is like, I'm going to control the game. Instead, he's the one putting us under more pressure. He's the one giving the ball away unnecessarily. Then you see stats like 130 chances created. I mean, if you're hoofing the ball forward, like, those chances created, like, the way it's even judged is really weird. Like, if it's a possible goal scoring opportunity, like when Rashford missed, like when Martial missed the ball today, that's a chance created. But, like, it's not really anything. Like, he stresses me out. Then he scores a penalty, and it's like, oh my days, he's done it again. He's come out with a goal or an assist. Like, this is not conducive. This is toxic.
Toxic. That feels strong, though, Charles. That feels strong. I feel like Bruno, particularly in today's game, he creates chances. I mean, Martial, a couple of times, his touch was well off in the first half. That could have been a couple of goals.
That was rubbish. He was rubbish. Like, even that goal he scored, same as Bruno, it's rubbish. Like, it's against City. He better have one of those his games. Honestly, like, he better turn into the reincarnate of R9 or something, because these guys are frustrating me at the worst time, at the worst possible time.
It's true. I think it's certainly fair to say, and I said this at the start, is that I came out of this game and we're happy we got Champions League, but I don't think it can be overlooked that the performance at points this evening wasn't good. And the midfield did get overrun, and defensively we did look fragile, but we still scored 4 goals. With all that in mind, then, Charles, before I get to another call, can we win the FA Cup? And do you think we'll win the FA Cup?
Can we win it? Yes. Do I think we'll win it? Yes. Like, it's yes. We have to win it. Like, I don't want to live in a world where we don't win it. We have to. Like, that's probably the game you see Bruno with like 2 goals and an assist. But I need him. I need him June the 3rd. I need, like, even if it's a 97th minute penalty after the game's over, I need it.
100%. And I think that's the key thing there as well. It's because not even necessarily, are we good enough? Aren't we good enough? We've got to win because we need to win.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's about legacy. It's about history. It's about pride. And
City
that's
have
why
to remain plastic. We cannot let them have history. They have to be quiet.
Exactly. We've got to shush them. We've got to silence them. Pleasure talking to you as always, Charles. Let's see. I think I've got some super chats that I've missed. Old Greg 02. I hope it's not like Greg's the bakery thing, because an old Greg, I mean, that would give you food poisoning. And it's the person, old Greg. Yeah. Wow. There you go. So appreciate you joining the UV Members Club. You can join the Members Club. Click the link in the video description. What's the pin comment in the live chat? This is how you get involved with the show. Owen Style Advisor, which is not me, by the way. People still say it's not me. Says Owen in red and not a United shirt. I never thought I would see it. Champions League. KG and Flex need to make a new song, please. By the way, I ain't calling in, as I heard you should never meet your heroes. It's not me, but you're always welcome, Owen Style Advisor. Again, as far as I'm aware, it's a real person. So there you go. Let's get to another call here. Ray, how you doing, my friend?
Hello, mate. How you doing, mate? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How you feeling after the result tonight?
Oh, fantastic, mate. Champions League, we're back in the big time, man. I'm loving it, man. Loving it. Ten Hag's coming, lift the place. I was down. Everybody was down this season. If you told me that we would be winning a trophy and Champions League, I would be laughing at you, because even I was down. And I'm a positive United fan. But Ten Hag come in and he just lifted the entire club, man.
It's true.
And you know, people say, "Oh, Champions League," but listen, you have to go in it to get better. Yeah. And you know, if we were in the Europa League again, you know, we can go into the summer market and offer players a Champions League. They're not going to say, "Oh, well, you're not in the Champions League." We can go to Frankie de Jong if we're going to go to him, or we can go to anyone now and say, "Listen, United don't win the Champions League. Come play for us." And the guy will say, turn around and go, "Yes, we've got Champions League. I'm going to play for you." Yep. You know what I mean? So it's a big step for the club and a massive step for the club. And I hope we can get some good news on a takeover situation. And really, you know, I'm now going into summer now feeling, instead of feeling like, oh gosh, you know, another year and we're going to be so bad and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's a good time. And I know rivals were laughing at us, but hey, listen, United was down in the dumpsters last season. All the fans were, but this is a good night. Yeah,
it's true. It's a good night, certainly. And did you expect this from Erik ten Hag? Like, what were your expectations when he came in last season, and actually at the start of the season after those 2 defeats? Like, did you think this was even possible?
Honestly, God, no. Because you see, Dutch managers coming into the Premier League is a bit different to it. But I know Ten Hag's background, and I know he's kind of a hard manager that likes to win. So I was kind of hoping that, we started slow, but you will find something, and just get us better. But not Cups or Champions League, but just get us better. So at least, even if we had finished like 5th and we were better, you would have said, well, okay, maybe next season Ten Hag can. But you know, he lost some games, and then he just galvanized everybody, and we just got better.
Yeah, and he's really sort of the first manager. I mean, I think there were elements of belief there maybe when Jose first came in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was this expectation, but I can't recall in any of these managers we've had post Fergie, this kind of just, even when it's a bad result, like it's just, no, this guy's moving us in the right direction. Like this, it's, you know, it's not the manager, it's the players. This is the right guy. You can tell that this guy, he's got something about him. He's got that no nonsense personality, which I like. I like that. When he first came in, those first few weeks, the media, they were brutal to him, absolutely brutal. And he just shrugged it off. No problem. You know, my football will speak for itself. He's a footballing man. And look, he's got us a trophy in the Champions League. And let's be honest, right, if he can beat Man City in that FA Cup final and stop them winning the treble, the guy will become iconic.
Exactly, man. He will become iconic. And, you know, it's going to be hard because, you know, City suddenly found form. Because they weren't always in form this season, but towards the end of the season, they have found form. But it'd be great to stop them. And 2 trophies, you know, I mean, that will really be, you know, really a step in the right direction. And what you said about him losing games, you know, we've had stick all season for losing 1 game or so. Even we talk about that stupid 7-0. But I kept saying to all these fans, all these Liverpool fans and Man City fans that was jogging me, I said, listen, it was only 1 game we're losing. We're not actually have lost 4 or 5. Exactly. United has not lost 4 or 5 games on a Ten Hag in a row this season. That's why I was always, even when we got lost and we looked a little bit off and maybe our away record is not great, I said, listen, Ten Hag will come and we will win 2 or 3 games after. And Liverpool fans, you know, they were like, oh, we're coming for you. I says, listen, I'm not even one bit worried because I know, we lost back to back, but we're going to win 2 or 3 games and we're going to close it out. And you could have seen that. You could have seen that because Ten Hag's been there and done that, man. You know, he's people don't realize, you know, when you win 3 leagues in a row, I'm sure if he came into this side what City had, he'll win us the league this season. Yeah. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
But we don't have that side. But we're gonna build that side. Under Ten Hag, I think we're gonna build that side because I think what I liked about Ten Hag and what galvanized me with Ten Hag was with Ronaldo. You know, I think another manager would have crumbled under Ronaldo and had to play him and all this sort of thing. And Ten Hag stuck his gun and said, nope, you know, you're not playing very well, Ronaldo. I pick you when I feel like I picked you. And, you know, he dispatched the situation firmly and fairly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that 100%. Galvanized, that showed me that, this guy's a manager. Because he's coming in and, to me, Ronaldo still will be a club legend, and I'll always look like Ronaldo. But this season, he wasn't there for us. And Ten Hag just said, well, move on, lad, because I want to win here. And you just saw that you just knew you got a manager. You know you got a Fergie type manager that just says, listen, just go. And I'll just win. I'll just do what I've got to do. Yeah.
Definitely. Finally, before I get to another call, who was your man of the match this evening?
It's got to be Casemiro, innit? I mean, what a signing he is, man. You know what I mean? People laughing at us again. Oh, we've got 7 million for Casemiro. But listen, this guy's coming and he's like a Ten Hag on the pitch. You know what I mean? The things that he's done. Yeah, he had a couple of bad games because he got sent off into it. And I think he was a little bit nervous that he might get another red card, but somehow Ten Hag might have talked to him. Listen, you continue doing what you were doing, and then he's back. He's back. I know people talk about Rodri, but I think who's been close to Rodri has been Casemiro. You know,
there was the whole thing. There was the thing earlier on the season. The Arsenal fans were saying about Partey's so much better than Casemiro. He's so much better. Well, where's Partey been the last couple of months?
Exactly.
What's he been doing? Casemiro, let's face it, when it's mattered in these games recently, and we haven't been scoring goals, he's shown up. He scored goals, and that's even not even his function. You know, but he just did it. He did it, and again, that's his class. So. Yes, I agree with you, certainly. Pleasure talking to you as always, Ray. Let's get to another call here. Who else have we got? We've got loads of people to get to this evening. Sean, how you doing? How you feeling after that result?
Oh, mate, Owen, I'm actually feeling very relieved. I'll be honest with you. The beginning of the season, I think, based on the predictions I had, I wasn't really counting us to finish in the top 4. The fact that we've done that, is genuinely incredible. I think Erik ten Hag has done a fantastic job. And before I give my thoughts on the game, I just want to say that we've got bigger fish to fry, and we fried them successfully.
This is what happens. This is what happens, Sean, when you have it all in your hands. It was all in our hands. And guess what? We managed not to fumble it. We managed not to bottle it. We won 3 games in a row. This is, bigger fish to fry. It's the opposite of the Arsenal.
Yeah, I completely agree, mate. I really think that shows the character of this team. I think the job that Ten Hag has done, and not just in a tactical perspective, I mean, obviously we'll get into that, but from a mental perspective, it's very important. I think if you need to succeed for the big trophies, you need generals in the team. You need players who've been there, done that, who can guide the younger players, and really sort of lift the performance of the team as a whole. And I think the likes of Casemiro, the likes of Rafa Varane, and, to be fair, the likes of Bruno Fernandes as well. And I can name a lot, but you get what I mean. I think they have really gone and taken the next step for us to get over the line. I think Erik ten Hag, the players, the staff, they deserve massive credit for this season. And look, we know the ownership situation is pretty fluid, to put it lightly, but I think it's important for us United fans to really have optimism going into the future, at least for the near future.
Yeah, I agree. Where do you sit on Bruno? We had a caller earlier on saying, Bruno needs to sit on the bench. He can be wasteful. Where do you sit on him? Do you see him as the leader? Do you see him as wasteful? Where do you sit?
I just wanted to look. I don't want to ram on and on about stats, but Bruno has actually some of the best chance creation numbers in the whole of European top 5 leagues. And adding it to that as an addendum is the fact that he's actually one of the players who's played the most number of matches compared to any league. He's played more than 50 games, and we have to remember that he had a big part to play in Portugal's World Cup campaign, so he's not really had a bit of a rest. I think, considering the amount of fatigue that he's gone through and the fact that he rarely even generally just doesn't seem to get injured, I think the level of performances that he's given, it's borderline criminal to say that he's toxic or he's something that's wrong with our club. I think it's one of the things that is right with our club. I think his mentality. If you heard what he said in the post-match, when he was asked, he just was like, "Yeah, we have to win the FA Cup." That is the mentality you expect. That is the mentality of champions to be. I think as a captain, his win ratio is unbelievable, and it shows on the pitch as well. I think he's someone, yes, people might find that he rubs them off the wrong way sometimes, but I think it's just his passion to win. It's just his passion to win every single duel, one-on-one, all the time. And I think he's one of the best creative playmakers and one of the best number 10s in the league currently, and maybe even in Europe. I think, again, just from a playmaking perspective, when you think about the number of carries he does, the number of big chances he creates, the number of progressive passes into the final third that he does, his numbers are unbelievable. And given everything, I think we need to put a lot of respect towards Bruno's name. I think he gets a lot of bad rap. I understand when he gets that from rival fans, but sometimes I don't understand when he gets that from our own fans.
No, I agree. I'm with you. My theory is that just you put a striker that can score goals in that team, Bruno will just give them chances after chances after chances. Yeah, he can rub people up the wrong way, but I like that. I don't want to change him. I don't think we should be looking to change someone's personality. Before I get to another call, Sean, I want to ask you about Anthony Martial. Now, he scored his goal this evening. Some people that are saying that, we should cut bait with him in the summer, get rid of him. He still hasn't played 90 minutes this season. What did you think of Martial today? And what do you think his future looks like at United?
Mate, here's the thing. I think what Erik ten Hag says about him is correct. I think we are a better team with him playing. I think the way he links up the play is very nice. However, the fact is that Erik has had to choose between him and Weghorst as striker positions, and sometimes obviously Marcus. I think, look, if we were a club that would actually be investing this transfer window, I would say we probably need two new strikers. Like, I would personally go for a Thuram if we have the money for a Højlund, but I just think that Anthony Martial, it's just not worked out for him. I was actually in Manchester, not at Old Trafford, but in Manchester when he made his debut in 2015, and Martin Taylor's commentary. That was unbelievable. Yeah. It really was. It just hasn't worked out for Tony Martial. I think he's a very good player. He's been unlucky with injuries. His attitude, to be fair, at some points hasn't been great. I could not give you a straight answer as to where his future lies. I think it really depends on the ambition that we choose to take as a club this summer. If we are moving him on, obviously we're moving Weghorst on, we will need 2 strikers to come in. I don't think he can perform well with another top striker. We saw that what happened with Lukaku. I don't think he does well with competition in a way. I think it brings out the worst in him. However, I do think he's a player that makes us better. It will be very dicey to see what happens with him in the summer. Ideally, of course, I think it's important that we move him on. I do like him as a player, but I think, it's just a step too far. He cannot be the striker that's going to lead us to a Premier League title. I just don't see it.
And finally, yes or no, can we win the FA Cup?
Jeez, mate. Head says no, but heart says yes.
Believe,
yeah,
Sean.
we've got to
Believe. There you go. We've got to believe. There we go.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
I think. Yeah, I think if we go in with the correct structure and if all our players play to potential, I think we can beat them.
There you go. We can beat them. Pleasure talking to you, Sean. Here we go. I'm summoning my wrestling gods are tingling. Yeah, my wrestling gods. I can feel it in my bones. The Manchester. Talk to me. The silence, Manchester. Yeah, I can't hear anything, mate.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear him now. Oh! Yes, it was a tease. It was a tease. It was just a vignette. Yes. It was just a promo. Yes, coming from parts unknown. It's the Manchester. Yes, come on, talk to me. How you feeling?
Good evening, Owen. This matchup has been a long time brewing, as a wrestling gods, you say.
Yes.
Now, one thing I want to say is Ten Hag is doing beats.
Yes.
He is exceeding expectations.
Yes.
We are playing tiki-taka football. Now, whether we rotate or not, and whether we get third place or not, in my mind, we are third place now. So we are 3-23. We achieved the goal that we wanted. What would you have said was a successful season at the beginning?
I'd have just said style of football. I mean, you said tiki-taka. Are we really playing tiki-taka football?
I said tiki-taka.
Tiki-taka. Are we really playing tiki-taka football?
I think so. I think we're getting there. I think we're doing a lot better. I will say, at the beginning of the season, I was excited when I saw triangles. I said, "This is amazing." And it just shows how starved we were of good football. I mean, truly, it was shocking. Now, yes. We competed in all competitions. We had a lot of injuries this season. And considering where we are in the table now and the amount of fixtures that we had, I think it's a massive, massive success. Yes. I never said we will be winning anything as far as titles or anything like that. But for the FA Cup, if we can go in, we can win. Now, the question is, does Ten Hag go full strength against Fulham to prepare, or does he rotate and give those players rest?
This is the question. I mean, look, when you've got a match in the main event of WrestleMania, yeah? Do you have a match on Monday Night Raw? The Raw before Mania? No, you don't. You don't. You go out there and you get your microphone and you cut a promo in the ring, yeah? And you tell people to go watch the show at the weekend. That's what Ten Hag needs to do. Rotation. We're in the Champions League. It doesn't matter about third or fourth, honestly. I mean, I think even with a rotated side, we still can beat Fulham. We have to beat Man City. No, I was even getting worried tonight about red cards or yellow cards or injuries. Anthony's going to be out. Yeah, so what happens now with no Anthony? If he doesn't play in the FA Cup final, who replaces him?
Yeah, now that's a question right there. Do we put Sancho on the right? Do we shift one of the other players? Do we do what we did and play two left wingers, one on the left and one on the right, kind of like we did with two right backs? I think Ten Hag can do it. Now, I won't keep it too long because I know you have plenty of colors. But I have this message for Newcastle fans.
Go for it.
You may win at the weekend, but if we rotate, we took third and you did not. Technically, they did if that happens, but if not, you know where I'm going with this.
I mean, I thought it was going to be a big finale, big Manchester message, and it kind of ended. I mean,
well, it made sense.
It made sense. Jeez, Manchester, man. Man, I thought it was. I was waiting for like a big send off, a big, bang, bang. It didn't get there. I thought, next time, Manchester, work on your promos. It's half the battle. It's in-ring-less promos. Come on, man. We got to get to a couple more callers before we wrap things up. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Gemini, my friend.
What's going on?
Try following that.
Listen, I'm gonna have to say, you know what? Yeah, I've been following you for a minute, brother. Yeah, I've been following you for a minute since. Are you still there? He froze on me, fam. Oh, he's froze on me. Oh, what's going on? Wait, am I still live? Hello? Owen, what's going on? Hello? Hello? No, what's going on? Yo, you there? Hello? Yo, is anyone in the chat? Hello? No, what's going on? No, mama killed me, sick me out. Sick me out. Yeah. Oh shit, are we there? Yeah, I'm still there. All right, cool. All right, yo. Yeah, man. All right, yo, listen. You know what, yeah? Differently, all I'm going to say is Eric Ten Hag was handed a box of job lot pieces of bricks. Lego, Sabutio, Duplo, and my man come up with the mix and got us into the Champions League. Let me put on the camera. Fire! Bear fire! Oh my days. Owen!
Strong.
Owen!
A Virgin Media can kiss my ass. Virgin Media can kiss my ass.
You cut me off.
I mean, you know what else as well is the worst thing is this is how badly I can't take a compliment. Yeah, he's gonna been following you for a while. I went, shut everything down.
I know, I was like, bro, my man just cut me off like, I don't care. I thought you was like, they're calling me like KG did the other night and the other day.
Virgin Media, I'm telling you, Virgin Media. But you know what the worst thing is? I had someone round. They told me I fixed it. They went, yeah, it's been fixed. Has the balls been fixed? Liars.
You're on KG settings, isn't it?
Yeah, honestly, I can't even have a go. I can't even have a go at him. I can't about being a professional. I'm worse than him.
Oh, mate. Yo, listen, big man. No, real talk. I've been watching you lot for a minute, yeah, and I'm on KG. I'm always jumping in KG's, innit? KG's little screen. And Feels like I'm on the big stage right now. Kind of feel like Joe Blackman right now, and he telling job.
I know. And then you said you're on the big stage, and then suddenly I left.
I know, and it's left me like that, and I'm like, hello. I'm about to go into my phone because no one's coming up on the chat on the screen. It was madness.
You did
anyway.
Well, you did well. Talk to me.
Anyway, listen. What I was trying to say to the community is, we have to remember, at the beginning of the season, it was like, Facebook. When you go on Facebook market site and you click on and you see job lot, and you just go and buy the lot. And then you go sieving through the box, and then you just like you're finding bit. That's what my man's just finding bit. Don't want that. Need that. Don't want that. Need that. So halfway through the season, when we got that Liverpool slapping, I can't believe that some of the community was actually like, Ten Hag out. We finished. We qualified for Champions League, with 1 silverware.
Yeah.
Qualified for Champions League. Put Maguire where Jones is. No, do you know what? We've had a brilliant season. We've had a magnificent season.
Well, we've had better. Oh, here's one then. Have we had a better season than Arsenal?
Yes, we have. Listen, I will put it in the chat. So if you want to talk about status, I'm going to say City. They've definitely wrecked it. Then it's us.
Yeah.
And then third, I'm going to say Newcastle. And then fourth, I'm going to say it's a fight between. I wouldn't even say a fight between Arsenal and Brighton. I put Brighton in there. And the only reason why I put Brighton in there is because they're just not bottlers, are they? Do you get what I mean? They're not bottlers. Do you get what I mean? And Arsenal, I can't believe Arsenal actually had it in the bag.
It was all in their hands.
It was all in their hands, fam. And then they want to turn around and call it. Wait, hold on. At the beginning, they say, we've got the title. It's their history. Wait, hold on. Since Arsene Wenger, it's their history, After Christmas, come and talk to us, Because you always have that. They always fall over their own shadow. What? You had Jesus up there rapping, saying that he's the man. Ex-City this, ex-City. You've got Martial can't hold no injury, but Rashford stepped up to the plate and broke. I don't want to see no BBC. Yes, I can. And broke blood clot and matched Van Persie.
It was funny, actually, because I was looking back when I was doing the intro for this, and I was looking back at the comments of people after we lost 7-0. A lot of them were Arsenal fans. Because they were sort of saying, because they were like, oh, what title race are you in? And I'm looking back at it now and I go, what title race were you in, man? Because it was this season. Let's be honest, how flat has this season finished? Like, in terms of like the title race or whatever, it was just over.
Therefore, if I was an Arsenal fan right now, I'd be like, well, yeah. I mean, it was different there. We should be thinking what Arsenal are thinking right now. Yeah, we can see the managers play. Yeah, we can see the pattern. Yeah, we can see what he's trying to do. Yeah, we've nearly done this. No, he's coming in his first season. It's like, listen, this is what we're gonna do. All right. And then he brought in Bruno. And then everyone saying, "No, Bruno, he's not the right fit. He's not the right fit. Look, he's a mediocre player. He can't really run the channels. He can't really command the team. He's not really a boss." He's brought in Casemiro. Casemiro's brought out the best in the whole team. He brought out the best in Bruno. Yes, Bruno hasn't been the player of the first season. He's been more in-depth in the season. If anybody looks at Bruno, the guy turned around and said Pogba and Bruno in the same sentence. Bruno loses the ball. Yes, he does. But he will recover the ball back. He will point to man. Yes, come. He actually made the penalty tonight and scored the penalty tonight.
Yeah, true. Fact.
Pogba, injured. Comes on 5 minutes. In more time on media, and then you want to actually, how could that guy actually put Pogba and Bruno in the same sentence? Bruno plays with Manchester United on his sleeve. Anybody that knows Pogba, that knows that Pogba plays for clout. Done. So when we talk about character and we talk about manager, Eric Ten Hag sat down took out what he needed to take out, went back into the Facebook site and said, right, I can't actually get that, so I can actually, mate, can I just borrow him for a minute? Can I borrow? All right, Weghorst didn't work out, but it did because, all right, then he's not a goal scorer, but the work rate that guy put in through the last, not the last month of the season, but the last the 3 months that he was working, the work rate that this guy put in, was what's the word I'm looking for? It was unappreciated.
Yeah,
I do not rate him as a Haaland and as a Martial and that, but the guy ran up and down, made mistakes, he can't header for shit, and he's only made 1 goal, he's not scored in the Premiership, but he's part of the jigsaw. He's part of the jigsaw that's got us into the 4. Do you get what I mean? Regardless of what anybody wants to say, Maguire for being Maguire, to sacrifice, put himself on the bench and then come out and say, I'm the captain. He's had to swallow his pride. Yeah, all right, then live up to your contract and we'll pay you for your contract. Yo, listen, we've had a brilliant season. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody that's hating on Manchester United right now, they've got reason to hate on us. They've got reason. Standard. Because we was at the we're still in progress. We're not even the finished article yet, bro. Arteta's had 4 years. Oh, listen, Ten Hag 4 years in this club. Oh my god. After the
I tell you what, Gemini, I feel like I don't know. I don't even know how I'm going to top that. Yeah, I don't know that you're bringing next level energy.
Yeah, bro.
I thought I built to a rage and a frenzy sometimes. I'm sitting back at that point going, oh my God.
All right, listen. No, I do. I love. You know what? I love this. You know, I love this channel. You know, because you man give so much platform and so much range. Yeah, it's unreal, blood, and I respect you for that. But listen, I'm not going to take up no more of your time, you know, because like obviously you got other people in the chat that want to get in, and I don't know if you want. Like, do you get what I mean?
It's a pleasure as always, my friend, and well done, because Virgin Media dealt you a hand, and guess what? You went brush it off, just like Bruno brushes off the criticism. That's what you did. There you go. Gemini, pleasure as always. Right, we're gonna get to one more call because I tell you what, I think my internet's hanging on by a thread. Yeah, a thread it's hanging on at the moment. Sashiv, final caller of the evening. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, Owen. We got the Champions League spot, and
Yes.
Most importantly, it's all about 3 points. And I felt great overall, to be honest.
Good. I'm glad. What did you think of Casemiro's performance this evening? Got man of the match.
World class.
Deserved.
World class. Deserved. World class. Well deserved. World class.
I mean, has he been? I think it was Gary Neville giving the signing of the season, not just Manchester United. Like he was saying, Premier League. Do you think he's up there for signing of the season in the Premier League?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Because remember from last season we were playing with the worst pivot in the midfield with Scott McTominay and Fred. So he was the guy who just basically revolutionized the whole midfield. So he was the main glue of the midfield because in his presence he was literally able to drive the ball towards the final third and all. And you know what? In very few of his games, he could play as a centre back as well. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, he did a couple of times just after the World Cup, didn't he, as well? What did you think? I think last time you were on, we spoke about Jadon Sancho. What did you think of Sancho this evening? Started on the left, moved over to the right. How did you rate his performance?
Yeah, I have to say about Sancho. Yes, so Sancho on the right, he was more effective for me. He had more because the moment when like Anthony came up because of his unfortunate injury that really came off. I thought at the right hand side we became actually more and more effective. I'm not gonna lie on the right hand side.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was Sancho was definitely more effective on the right. Interesting considering that's what he was bought for by Ollie all a couple of years ago. Martial up front, he got his goal. Frustrating because it felt like he could have maybe got more, done more as well. What did you think of him?
He had a couple of chances, but he has to work on his first touch. Still for me, he's just above average for me. So he gets a 6 for me today.
A 6. Also as well, this is kind of away from the match, but obviously the last couple of days we've been linked with so many people, haven't we? Where it's like Harry Kane, Osimhen, Rabiot, the ones they really have been Declan Rice and Mason Mount. Would you go for Mason Mount?
No, get this guy out of my club, man. Never ever near my club. No.
Why not?
No. He's the most overhyped. He's the most overhyped player in the Premier League history. He's just a one season hype player for me. I don't want him at all. No.
Who would you prefer? Would you prefer then Rice or Rabiot to Mason Mount?
Rice.
Really?
I would take Rice and maybe as a and then for the Casemiro backup I would take who was that who's that I forgot his name, the guy who plays for Brighton.
Caicedo.
Yeah, I would take him.
Caicedo.
I would take him.
Thing is that with that, this is my thing with the transfers recently. It's like, where is that money going to come from? Because even, let's say we got Harry Kane, 100 million, Declan Rice, apparently West Ham won about 100 million as well for him. Rabiot would be a free, but Kim Min-jae is going to cost 40 million. I mean, can we even do we even have that money available to us in the summer, do you think? Or is this just, again, Man United just being linked with every player under the sun?
It's just, I mean, so far for me, it's just being linked so far. So I'm not sure. But at this moment, it all really depends on this takeover saga. I mean, so far I've just heard it's like we have to sell Dubai, which is such a crap thing. I've just heard in my life.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But look, hopefully that will get resolved with the takeover stuff.
Yeah, go on.
I know. Before we wrap it up, I've been asking everyone if we can win the FA Cup, if we can beat City, playing like tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the midfield was being overrun as usual. I thought Chelsea played well today in the first in the last 15 minutes. Like the moment we got our second goal, they just kind of lost their momentum a bit. So
yeah, definitely. But do you think we can win it? Do you think we can beat City? Do you think we can win the FA Cup?
Believe.
Believe. That's what I like. Believe. That's what everyone's saying. Believe. Yeah. Believe. Perfect way to end it, Sasha. Perfect way to end it. He's right though. Believe. It's always funny. It's everyone I've spoken to tonight, when I've said that, everyone goes, oh. Everyone goes, oh. I mean, yeah. Technically, yes, anything's possible. What else have I missed out? Anything here? Owen Style Advisor is back. Says, I will call him one day, Owen. Let the myth build. Yes, let the myth build, of course. I mean, we need to have the call. You've got to let me know more clothes to wear. I mean, my Style Advisor, and I need the advice from the Style Advisor. Edgar says, I'm conflicted. Does making the Champions League give the Glazers a reason to stay? I don't think so. I can understand the skepticism or concern, certainly, about it. And I think that's fair. No doubt, look, Avram Glazer is going to be spending $250K to get to Wembley once again for the FA Cup final against Man City. No doubt about that. But I think they're so far into it at this point that they're out the door. I really do think so. I don't even think minority. I don't think it's happening. But I can understand, as I mentioned, the skepticism. Palmerius has been a member for 8 months. Appreciate 8 months of support here for the channel. Says, if I can actually got my window here, says, big up, Owen. Do you expect takeover news to pick up? Genuine clarification now. Top 4 is confirmed. I'm assuming the asking price would be higher now. I mean, you never know. This is the thing with every single time we've thought that we were going to get some kind of clarification or it was going in the right direction. The next thing we hear new bids or the asking price isn't high enough. We had heard tomorrow, hadn't we? One of the things that, that maybe there would be a preferred bidder name tomorrow, but I don't think that preferred bidder is actually picked until the Glazers really get the price they're looking for. And I still do think like Ineos could be selected as a preferred bidder. They go, we're going to go with Ineos. And it's more of a nudge to Sheikh Jassim going, one more bid. So I don't know. At this point, you guys have said to myself and Flex and KG and the rest of us here at UV, just take everything with a pinch of salt. And until we see the statement of whoever is in negotiations officially or is in an exclusivity agreement or whatever, then again, take it with all a pinch of salt, certainly. But there you go, guys. Look, another full-time view in the books. An hour and 10 minutes. Look, we're getting longer because there's so many people calling in, and it's a pleasure. I mean, sorry, I didn't get to all of you this evening as well. Try my best, but I'll try to get to you next time. This show is growing. It's your show. It's the members' show, and I really enjoy it. Again, it's fantastic. Time really does fly by, even if Virgin Media just... I mean, one of these days, I'm telling you, that broadband router is going over there into the effing wall. But there you go, guys. Look, have a great Thursday. Should I play the intro again on the way out? I think I should, certainly. Let's play it one more time. I'm out of here. Have a good evening, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Check out the fan views as well. Fan views, player ratings, and match view highlights. It's all up on the channel right now. I'm out of here. Peace. As I said to the Liverpool fans, and I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans in the chat this morning saying Eric Sevenhag or reveling in it, and you're absolutely right to. Of course you are, because we'd be doing the same things. If we won 7-0 against Liverpool, my goodness me, we'd be rubbing it in, and they're absolutely right to do that. But as I said earlier on during the show, that if I was a Liverpool fan, my fear would be is that this has to count for something, because make no mistake, if it counts for nothing this season, if you don't qualify for the top 4 or you don't win a trophy, you can have the 7-0, you can have the history, and again, that's great. You can print the t-shirts and do whatever you want to do. But if it means nothing at the end of the season, what would you rather have? And if you're Liverpool, you would say, okay, make sure it means something, because if you were Liverpool and you went and lost your next game, what does it mean? That would be the key thing as well. So, we'll see.
Can you believe this? This is unbelievable. But there's still something to fight for. We can still do it. We're giving ourselves every opportunity to. This is why you never write Liverpool off. Never!